Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just bring it out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. I dropped the video about Deni Avdija in his game against the Mavericks. If you haven't seen that, the link will be in the description. In the very next game, he dropped a 43 point, 14 rebound double-double against the Pelicans. So you know I had to hop on here and take a closer look. So let's get into the film. Well, here we are again. If you've seen the first Deni film session, welcome back. If you are new, I encourage you to go watch the first one first, because I will be reiterating some stuff I said in the first one. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed it. So look, Deni Avdija had 43 points on 54% shooting, 13-24 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3, and he shot 13 free throws, was 11 for 13 from the line, and also had 15 rebounds. And a lot of things I was saying was that, you know, he's finally getting comfortable. He loves to drive. He loves to take twos, and I said if he was able to get more creation off the bounce as far as just like shot creation and actually shooting shots other than just driving, this guy's going to be really dangerous for years to come. And in this game, he was showing a lot of that shooting. And as soon as I tuned in the first 30 seconds of the game, this is what he was hitting. And I'm like, yeah, he's going to have a big night. And then again, a really impressive thing is how he uses his frame, his body, and he's physical, right? He shoots 72% at the rim. As a driver, you can't do that if you're not finishing through contact, right? Again, he's 6'9", he's strong, he's athletic, and he really plays physical, and he gets the tough finish here. And another thing I was saying is that he's a natural passer. When he came out of Israel, this is a guy that was like a point forward type. And there were years where, like, there was a stretch 2 years ago where they finally figured out that, hey, maybe this guy is better with the ball in his hands. I think Bradley Beal was injured. They had Russell Westbrook, and the two main handlers were Avdija and Russell Westbrook. And shout out to interim head coach Brian Keefe. Hopefully the organization takes the interim tag, because he is really coaching. He's imploring them to get into spacing. He's yelling at them to get to the right spots. He's yelling at them on defense. He's really into this coaching thing, and I hope he continues to be this good. And if he is, I hope he can be a head coach in this league. And as Marvin Bagley tips the rebound out, Deni does a nice job keeping his eye on the rim, right? Since the youngest of ages, if you ever play basketball, you're taught to keep your head up while you're dribbling. And this, him keeping his head up, makes Valanciunas think he's shooting. He jumps and gets the dump off to Marvin Bagley. Also, Avdija is a two-way player, right? He's a really good defender. This probably isn't the best game for that, particularly because he's going up against Zion. This isn't a good matchup for anybody. I think Zion's strength really got to Deni in this game. But like I said, Deni is a good defender. He'll be able to guard 1 through 4 on like 95% of NBA teams. And he had a good stop here early in the game. He had a lot of good contests. But when Zion got going and just put his head down, there's nothing anybody in this league can do about that. But he did a good job on this possession, forcing a turnover. And a recurring theme I saw in the Mavericks game was that he was getting downhill and he was drawing fouls. He only took 6 free throws in that game, but he got fouled a lot more times than he actually went to the line. And that heightened in this game. Again, it's the physicality. It's the nature of him to just attack. This stat has ultimately slightly changed due to this game, but before this game, 71% of his field goal attempts were from 2, right? So he loves to attack, and he is really physical, and he gets the and one on Trey Murphy. A really encouraging thing we're starting to see is that, of course, his confidence is getting up there. Like, you've seen him have a 25-point game, ties career high, and then he crushes his career high in this game. And a thing that we're starting to see is that the Wizards offense is being catered to him, right? So it's plays like this where their whole offense is trying to get him on the small. So in this game, there was a lot of him dominating CJ McCollum and Jose Alvarado. He's just too big, too strong, too physical to be guarded by these guys. Tyus Jones does a good job of getting enough of Zion to cause the switch, and he immediately goes to the post. He immediately turns his back to CJ. There's no extra dribbles, no trying to be cute, going right at CJ. Spin move, gets the bucket. All right, here we go again with him with the ball in his hands. And I do want to say, like, a lot of this is Zion just giving up the switches. He just doesn't have the motor he used to on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully he gets back to that. He's just allowing the switch every time. They run double drags for Deni, and again, he has CJ on him. There's no cuteness, there's no extraness. Goes right downhill and draws another foul. All right, so the Wizards did a nice job cutting the lead down to a respectable distance before halftime came. Nice defense here by Landry Shamet, walling up Ingram, contest. Avdija gets the board over Ingram, and then we're going to fast forward a little bit. And look at Keith, right? I was not seeing Wes Unseld do this. Like, I just didn't see him like pointing and telling guys to get in their spaces, telling Avdija to go through. I just didn't see this, and it's important because watch what happens. Zion, so they set Bagley's gonna come and set the screen, and it forces Zion as the tag man to play 2-on-1. Tyus Jones, of course, being the point guard that he is, assists the turnover king, and he just whips a pass to the corner in the deep corner, and Avdija gets the 3. And again, he just had a favorable matchup every time Zion lined up next to him. Just a quick catch, rip, dunk. All right, so this is just a nice heads up play by Avdija. So Tyus Jones is signaling for Bagley, and Avdija set double stagger screens for Poole. Herb Jones plays it topside. He's not letting Poole go through these, so he cuts through, and Avdija smartly, as Zion is backing up, taps Herb Jones on the back, goes out for the 3 and hits it. All right, so he sets the screen, slips it, finds an opening, and Tyus Jones gets him the ball, and him taking this dribble is important, right? So he gets it here. Ingram is forced to play 2-on-1. If he just passes it now, Ingram probably has a better chance at closing out on Kispert. He takes the dribble, which forces Ingram to commit to him fully. Now he's in front of Avdija. He makes this pass. Zion has to try to close out. Good pump fake by Kispert. He misses, but again, Deni had 15 rebounds in this game. He's a really good rebounder. He averaged about 6.5 per game. He gets the rebound. He's hustling, taps the ball out to Kispert, passes it to Tyus Jones, who hits an open 3. All right, so again, they were hunting the mismatch all night. So instead of having Bagley set the screen, they have Tyus Jones set the screen because he has TJ McCollum on him. And the Pelicans have seen this happen all game, so they're bracing for the switch to happen. Avdija knows that, does a good job of rejecting the screen, gets downhill, and gets a foul. All right, so he gets the switch on Alvarado. He doesn't get the ball here. Tyus Jones gives it to the corner. Shaman shoots, but the play is not over again. 15 rebounds. He always fighting. Gets the board, shot block, but then he gets fouled because he stayed with it. All right, here we are again. He has the Jose matchup, and look at the confidence. Look, get out the way. He's too small. Get out the way. He turns his back and discards him with the shoulder. 1-2, and look at the flare on this pass. Great feed by Avdija to Richaun Holmes. He discards him with the shoulder. 1-2, keeps the ball up. Larry Nance jumps, and he drops off the no-look to Richaun Holmes. And this is when things get dangerous, right? So we've seen Zion guard him. We've seen CJ have switches on him. We've seen Alvarado have switches on him. Now they have Larry Nance on him. And this is when things get tricky. What I was saying in the Mavericks game was, if he ever gets comfortable and gets to a high percentage on threes and jump shots off the dribble, things will get scary. And he was feeling himself this game, and he has Larry Nance on him, and he does a step back 3 and catches it. All right, so he sees an opening to Shaman in the middle, puts it a little bit too high, turns it over, but watch how he gets it back on the other end. Straight up with Zion Williamson, causes the miss and the offensive interference later after. And this is how you know a scorer is feeling himself. We've seen a couple threes off the catch. We've seen a couple threes off the bounce. And then he gets it here at the Smoothie King tag, pulls it right in Trey Murphy's face, water. And this is a prime example of what I talk about, his physicality, his strength, being 6'9", and his frame, and how he uses that to be effective as a scorer. They get the ball to the wing. He does a nice job of going to the open space, which right now is the free throw line. And look how he just moves Brandon Ingram. That's a football move. Boom. And he didn't extend with his arm. I wish we had a closer angle. I might get zoom in a little bit. You can see that he dips his shoulder down, discards Ingram, and I know this is going to be a great block by Zion, but it was a go to him. But that's the video. Please, again, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just bring it out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.